The final goodbye, Jasmine and Gino's shocking separation. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. It wasn't supposed to end like this. When Jasmine Pineda and Gino Palazzolo first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, fans were instantly captivated by their fiery chemistry, emotional arguments, and dramatic reconciliations. Their relationship had always teetered on the edge of chaos, but love, however unconventional, was the thread that tied them together. Or so everyone thought. Behind the cameras, their issues ran deeper than viewers could imagine. Cultural misunderstandings, long-distance struggles, insecurities, and constant jealousy had taken a toll. The glimmers of joy they had during their early visits were slowly being eclipsed by mistrust and resentment. While the world rooted for their love story, Jasmine and Gino quietly drifted apart. The final straw? It wasn't just one thing. It was everything. The signs had been there for months. Jasmine, still living in Panama for much of their engagement, had grown increasingly frustrated with the stagnation of her visa process. She felt isolated, unwanted, and unheard. Despite Gino's promises to bring her to Michigan and start their life together, things seemed to move painfully slow. Gino, on the other hand, struggled with Jasmine's explosive temper and intense jealousy. Her demands grew more urgent, her tone more critical. He began to wonder if love was enough when the fighting never stopped. Behind closed doors, they fought over finances, social media passwords, ex-girlfriends, hair extensions, and even the thermostat. Jasmine, always passionate and expressive, felt neglected and disrespected. Gino, ever awkward and guarded, felt cornered and controlled. They weren't partners anymore, they were adversaries. Despite everything, Jasmine still moved to the United States. When her K-1 visa was finally approved, fans hoped this would be a new beginning. Jasmine landed in Michigan, full of hope. She posted smiling photos, held Gino's hand at the airport, and gushed about finally being with my love. For a brief moment, it looked like a fairy tale might emerge from the ashes. But reality hit fast and hard. Gino's modest lifestyle didn't match the glamorous vision Jasmine had in her mind. She missed her family, friends, and sunshine. The cold Midwestern winter only amplified her growing loneliness. Arguments erupted almost immediately about house rules, bills, groceries, even Gino's bedroom decor. Jasmine felt like a prisoner in her new life. Gino felt like a stranger in his own home. They tried therapy. They tried taking a break. They even went on a romantic getaway in hopes of reigniting the spark. But each attempt only exposed how far apart they'd grown. It happened on a Monday. Jasmine had packed a small suitcase and waited in the living room. Gino walked in after work, tired and oblivious to what was coming. When he saw the luggage, he froze. "What's going on?" he asked. "I can't do this anymore, Gino," Jasmine said quietly. "I thought I could, but I can't." He sat down, confused. "What are you talking about?" "We can fix this, Jasmine. We always do." She shook her head. "This time it's different. I don't want to fix it anymore. I want peace. I want freedom. I want to feel like I can breathe again." Gino pleaded, reminded her of everything they'd fought through to get here. But Jasmine's eyes were resolute. For the first time in their relationship, her decision was final. "I'm not angry," she said. "I'm just tired." The internet exploded. Within hours of the separation becoming public, fans of 90 Day Fiancé flooded social media with theories, tears, and memes. Some said they saw it coming. Others blamed one side or the other. But most were just heartbroken to see a couple they'd followed so closely fall apart. Jasmine moved in with a friend in Miami, while Gino remained in Michigan. TLC insiders confirmed that production had been quietly filming their final days together, and a special episode was already in the works. Neither Jasmine nor Gino gave interviews at first. But their silence only fueled speculation. Were they still in contact? Was this permanent? Would Jasmine return to Panama? 3 weeks later, Jasmine posted a video to her Instagram. "I know many of you are wondering what happened. I want to be honest. Gino and I are no longer together. I will always love him. He gave me beautiful memories, but sometimes love is not enough. I choose myself now. The post went viral. Gino's response came later, in the form of a Facebook update. He wrote, "After much thought and many sleepless nights, I've accepted that Jasmine and I are going our separate ways. I never stopped loving her. I truly believed we would grow old together. But sometimes, people change. I wish her happiness and healing. Please be kind to both of us." The contrast in tone was striking, Jasmine's bold and emotional, Gino's calm and composed. Their personalities had always clashed like fire and ice, and now even their breakup reflected that. Gino was reportedly devastated. Friends close to him said he'd become withdrawn and quiet. He removed old photos from his social media and stopped appearing in public. TLC insiders claimed he turned down the offer to appear in any spin-off. Jasmine didn't stay quiet for long. By spring, she had launched a new wellness and beauty YouTube channel, started modeling again, and appeared on several podcasts where she subtly referenced her past relationship. She was vibrant, funny, and free. In one particularly emotional interview, Jasmine said, "I lost myself in that relationship. I thought being with Gino would fix everything. But in the end, I had to rescue myself. No one else could." Meanwhile, Gino slowly rebuilt his life in Michigan. He returned to work, joined a local travel club, and began seeing a therapist. Though still private, he eventually opened up to a local reporter. "I don't regret loving Jasmine. I regret losing myself while trying to keep her," he admitted. Fans remained divided, some sided with Jasmine for standing up for her happiness. Others sympathized with Gino's quiet suffering. But most agreed, this love story was one of the most unforgettable in the history of 90 Day Fiancé. TLC producers invited both Jasmine and Gino to a special reunion show, promising an emotional sit-down with Sean Robinson. Jasmine accepted. Gino declined. "I don't think I'm ready to be in the same room as her again," he reportedly said. "I need more time." So the reunion became a solo special, Jasmine Unfiltered. In the special, Jasmine opened up about her regrets, her healing process, and the lessons she learned. "I should have listened to my gut earlier," she confessed. "But I wanted the fairy tale so badly. I thought if I just worked harder, loved harder, it would work. But love isn't supposed to hurt like that." She was asked if she'd ever speak to Gino again. "Maybe someday," she said, with tears in her eyes. "But for now, I need to focus on me." Months passed. Jasmine began dating again, cautiously. She was spotted in Los Angeles with a Latin fitness trainer, though she denied anything serious. Gino remained single, preferring quiet evenings with his dog and weekend trips to local museums. Rumors swirled that Jasmine might join another 90-day spin-off. Single life, perhaps. She neither confirmed nor denied. But fans watched closely. Gino, for his part, began hiking. He posted a rare photo of himself at the top of a trail in Colorado, smiling. "Some journeys are just for you," the caption read. It was nearly a year later when Jasmine and Gino finally spoke again, privately, through a phone call initiated by Gino. They didn't fight. They didn't cry. They just talked. About life. About where things went wrong. About the good times. And about how, despite the ending, they had both grown. "It was closure," Jasmine said later. "We both needed it." And just like that, the chapter truly closed. Not with rage. Not with bitterness. But with respect. Jasmine and Gino didn't get the happy ending fans hoped for. But they did get something more valuable: growth, healing, and self-discovery. Their love story was chaotic, intense, beautiful, and ultimately unsustainable. But it mattered. It mattered to them. It mattered to fans. And it mattered to the legacy of 90 Day Fiancé. Sometimes, the most powerful love story is the one where you learn to love yourself again.
Lauren Bravanik from 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After lashed out at her co-star by sending them a rude message on social media, alleging that they had spoken negatively about her on TV. Lauren is currently appearing in 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9 with her husband Alexei Bravanik and their 3 children. On the 4th of July, Lauren and Alexei decided to travel to Israel with their children for a much-needed vacation and to visit their family. In her Instagram posts, Lauren happily referred to Israel as her true home, saying that she and her family feel safe there. Recently, Lauren sent a harsh message to her co-star, Thais Ramon, via her husband, Patrick Mendes, accusing her of making negative comments about her. According to a blogger named Shabuti.com, Lauren's message read, "I am in Israel right now and have gotten multiple messages saying she's running her mouth poorly about me, I guess on Pillow Talk. IDK what her damn problem is with me, but I'd appreciate it if she shut your mouth about me." Lauren mentioned that she has no connection with Thais, so she is unsure why she is speaking negatively about her. Thais didn't take Lauren's rude message lightly and exposed it on her Instagram story, saying, "Lauren got mad I was on Pillow Talk and decided to send a message to me and my family trying to intimidate me." This isn't the first time Lauren and Thais have clashed. They were previously featured in 90 Day, Fiancé Happily Ever After, Season 8, where they exchanged heated arguments during the tell-all. Lauren left tell-all early, which Thais thought was unfair to her and other couples. It appears that they haven't resolved their differences since then, as they continue to argue off-camera. Thais may have made a comment about Lauren during her recent appearance on Pillow Talk, which Lauren didn't take well. Despite the criticism, Lauren's message to Thais comes across as harsh and intimidating. Lauren may have felt that Thais's recent comments about her were damaging her reputation among 90 Day Fiancé fans, so she chose to confront her. She probably expected her co-stars to stand by her or remain neutral, and may have felt that Thais' comments were unwarranted. Lauren likely doesn't want to tolerate anyone from the franchise speaking ill of her behind her back. However, as a commentator on Pillow Talk, Thais is within her rights to make comments about other couples while she watches the show. In the past, Lauren herself has also made comments about other couples as a Pillow Talk commentator. 90 Day. Fiancés Julia Trubkina left America without Brandon. Their relationship may be in trouble. Julia Trubkina, from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, is currently living outside the United States, and Brandon is not with her. Julia and Brandon's journey on 90 Day Fiancé has been filled with cultural clashes, family tension, and emotional ups and downs. From living under Brandon's strict parents' roof to disagreements about starting a family, their relationship has faced constant pressure. Julia often struggled with American life and boundaries with Brandon's parents, while Brandon tried to keep the peace. Despite the challenges, the couple married and continued to work through their issues, even seeking therapy on the last resort. Brandon and Julia faced serious relationship challenges, including Julia admitting she once kissed her ex, Brandon's anger over her bar dancing, and a secret visa application for her parents. Tensions with Brandon's parents also resurfaced, leaving Julia feeling unheard. Despite Brandon feeling betrayed and considering leaving, the couple ultimately chose to recommit. They promised to improve communication, address family planning, and work together to rebuild trust in their marriage. Brandon and Julia will next be seen on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 9, but before that, fans are watching her spending time in Serbia with her parents. Julia recently surprised her Instagram followers by posting photos with her family in Belgrade, Serbia, captioning, "I think only I can bring people together who haven't communicated with each other for years." The pictures showed Julia happily posing with her parents and sibling, marking a cheerful moment after recently mourning the loss of her beloved dog, Simba. Fans quickly noticed Brandon was missing from the photos. One follower even asked, "Where is Brandon?" But Julia didn't reply. The silence sparked curiosity and concern among fans about the couple's current relationship status. Julia also recently shared heartbreaking news after losing beloved German shepherd Simba in May 2025. Calling him her son, Julia revealed Simba had suffered a severe stroke and leg paralysis, requiring syringe feeding and constant care. She posted a touching farewell, writing, "Run on the rainbow, my boy." I hope I was a good mummy for you, and admitted the grief was indescribable. Fans flooded her Instagram with support, calling the loss devastating and praising the deep bond she shared with Simba. During Simba's illness, Julia devoted herself fully to his care, feeding him with a syringe every 2 hours and helping him walk outside. She often credited Simba with helping her adjust to life on Brandon's family farm and even said he inspired her pet-themed business. After Simba passed, Julia described her grief as similar to losing a child. She also shared that she isn't ready to adopt another dog just yet, choosing to focus on honoring Simba's memory and continuing to support other shelter animals in need. Both Brandon and Julia admitted that their marriage had underlying problems, some connected to having kids, cultural differences, and misaligned expectations, and they sought therapy on the last resort to address them. The show had captured the heated confrontation Julia and Brandon had when she disclosed she had applied for her parents' visa without telling him. Brandon thought it was a bad idea for her to bring them to America. He was upset that she'd filed the documents behind his back and hidden the truth from him for 2 months. Brandon did not appreciate that Julia had disregarded his advice and was doing what she felt right. He had even stormed out of the therapy session. He made it clear that he didn't want Julia's parents to be living with him, even if it was for a visit. However, Julia still flying abroad for her parents' visa interview without him shows that Brandon and Julia are still not on the same page. Perhaps the new season of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, will reveal why Julia went ahead with her decision, especially while she's grieving Simba's death. 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9 premieres Sunday, July 6, 2025 at 8 p.m. EDT on TLC. 90 Day. Fiancé's Brandon reveals what matters most after Julia Trubkina left America without him. Brandon Gibbs from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, has hinted at his new goals following Julia Trubkina's departure from the United States. Although Brandon and Julia have been married for over 5 years, their relationship has never been without its flaws. They recently underwent therapy to work on their marital troubles, which brought them closer. However, the couple experienced another devastating setback with the loss of their beloved dog, Simba. Each coped with the grief in their own way, with Brandon focusing on his physical fitness and Julia putting her efforts into her business. Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. While Julia enjoyed her time with her family in Serbia, Brandon remained in the US. Recently, he posted a few Instagram stories alluding to his current goals. Posting photos from the gym, he indicated his strong focus on physical well-being. Accompanying the pictures was the popular song Tears Don't Fall by Bullet for My Valentine. Although Brandon didn't elaborate on his relationship status with Julia, he did wear his wedding band in the photos, suggesting that his marriage was in a good place. Brandon has discovered a new passion, while Julia is spending time with her loved ones in Serbia. His decision to stay in the United States while his wife travels alone showcases a strong commitment to their relationship. It seems that therapy has had a positive impact on him, motivating him to be more supportive. Hopefully, the 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, cast members' newfound interest in fitness will allow him to evolve into the person he aspires to be. It may also help him overcome the stress that has plagued his life for some years. Last year, viewers witnessed Brandon experiencing anxiety during his time at the resort while undergoing therapy with his wife. A year before that, he had to be hospitalized due to a panic attack he had while filming a tell-all episode. It appears that Brandon has made a concerted effort to prioritize fitness in support of his mental and physical well-being. Working on his health may also help him reduce stress and lead a more fulfilling life. Hopefully, Brandon is able to achieve the fitness he has set for himself. Julia's trip to Serbia presented the perfect opportunity for Brandon to focus on his fitness goals. With fewer responsibilities as a husband, he now has the chance to prioritize his health and well-being. Knowing that Julia is fulfilling her desire to connect with her family members brings him joy, as he can see her happiness grow. This trip not only gives Julia a well-deserved break, but also allows Brandon to feel a sense of relief. Strengthening their bond and marriage, this experience is sure to have a positive impact on the 90-day fiancé. Happily ever after, couples relationship.